don't think you can reconcile unilaterally. I think you can forgive unilaterally. I think in some ways you can do peacemaking almost unilaterally. But until the other side, the estranged party, wants to reciprocate, you're not going to get real far down the road. And I think that's been the real story in my story with Shannon, is that I did reach out in a peacemaking gesture, and he did reciprocate, so, and that's why we are walking together in peace at some level. I'd like to see people do what Shannon and I have done, is where there's estrangement, to try to reach out and establish, a human relationship based on respect. If respect at the very minimum, they're made in the image of God, and there's a lot of examples of this in church history, of this being done. At Coventry, I cited Augustine's relationship with one of the Numidian bishops who was a Donatist, and how he interacted with him and urged him to stop doing the things that were splitting the church. Sometimes that's not possible. Sometimes the wounds are too deep, too fresh. It's gonna take the next set of leaders to accomplish that. I think one of the things about Shannon and I, we both inherited the lawsuit, so we didn't quite have the personal baggage, but we walked into the middle of a fight, and there was a lot of damage going on, but we didn't have the personal baggage. So it gave us a leg up, really, in the process. We could get past some things that other people couldn't get past because we hadn't been there when the split occurred. And I also think it was the presence of the Holy Spirit, guiding us. But, the differences are still big, and, between us, the theological differences. And I think we both agree that we can't paper over them and pretend that they're not that big. We know that these things have actually split the communion, and we both know they won't be resolved in our lifetime. But can we shape a different trajectory? Can we create a space where honest conversations can happen? I think it's important to pursue peace even when reconciliation is beyond our grasp. And I think that's what Shannon and I have tried to do, is pursue peace. We're not out to destroy each other. We're not out to hurt each other's churches. We can legitimately bless one another. That's what we're going to try to do. But the issues between us that caused the division are still there. They haven't been resolved. They're not going to be resolved most likely in our lifetime. So there's still a lot of work to do. I think reconciliation is way down the road. But peacemaking, we can do that. And we should keep doing that. And that will eventually create, I think, a space where reconciliation might be able to happen. But I think it'll